Good afternoon and welcome to Alps Global News Channel. It's Friday, April 4th, 2025, and I'm Lana, bringing you the latest developments as they unfold this afternoon. Here are the top stories we're tracking. In Malaysia, authorities maintain strict control at the site of a devastating gas pipeline fire in Subang Jaya, with residents returning home in phases. On the international front, Donald Trump signals he's open to cutting tariffs, but only for what he calls phenomenal offers. And in Asia, South Korea's constitutional court has removed President Yoon from office following his controversial martial law decree. Let's go to Harrison now for the full story.
Thank you, Lana. We begin in Malaysia, where police and Subang Jaya City Council enforcement teams continue to secure the entrance to Jalan Putra Harmony in Putra Heights after Tuesday's gas pipeline fire. Access to the zone is restricted, with only authorized personnel from agencies like the Public Works Department and Civil Defense Force permitted on site. Today, residents of the affected area have been allowed to return home gradually, strictly to retrieve essential belongings and documents. According to Selangor's Menteri Besar, 85 homes have been deemed safe after inspection, and the recovery process is progressing in phases. The fire, which erupted at 8:10 a.m. on Tuesday, sent flames soaring over 30 meters high, reaching temperatures of 1,000 degrees Celsius. Firefighters battled the blaze for nearly 8 hours, and the explosion left a crater 9.8 meters deep and 21 by 24 meters wide. An official investigation is ongoing, with a preliminary report expected later today. In international developments, President Donald Trump says he's open to reducing his recently imposed tariffs, but only if other countries come forward with what he described as phenomenal trade offers. Speaking aboard Air Force One, Trump defended his aggressive tariff strategy despite a steep stock market sell-off, stating that the tariffs give the U.S. leverage. He added that every country has called us, but any rollback would depend on how beneficial the offers are to the U.S. Trump also hinted at potential relief for China, contingent on Beijing's approval of the sale of TikTok's U.S. operations. A deadline for that deal is fast approaching, and the president suggested a deal might be close, though he acknowledged there's been no formal indication from China. This comes after one of the worst trading days since the COVID-19 pandemic, with over $2 trillion wiped from the S&P 500, as markets react to fears of an escalating global trade war. And turning to Asia, a historic ruling from South Korea's constitutional court has resulted in the removal of President Yoon Suk-yeol from office. The court upheld his impeachment in a unanimous decision, citing his unconstitutional declaration of martial law in December. Yoon was found to have violated legal procedures, misused the military, and infringed on lawmakers' rights. His attempt to shut down parliament triggered widespread protests and political chaos. He must now vacate the presidential residence immediately, and under South Korean law, a new election must be held within 60 days. Yoon, once a celebrated prosecutor, now faces an insurrection trial, one of the few charges not protected by presidential immunity. If convicted, he could face life imprisonment or even the death penalty. Though South Korea hasn't carried out an execution in decades, that's the latest. Back to you in the studio, Lana.
Thank you, Harrison. To recap, recovery efforts continue in Subang Jaya after a catastrophic pipeline fire. Trump hints at potential tariff cuts tied to trade deals and TikTok. And South Korea faces a political transition after the dramatic ousting of its president. That wraps up your afternoon edition here on Alps Global News Channel. Stay connected with us for real-time updates and comprehensive coverage. I'm Lana. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you again this evening.